With Texas A&M and USC having a huge matchup this Saturday, I thought it'd be cool to look at Texas A&M through our scout report lens because they're fairly unique when it comes to the offensive end. And you'll see, so from outwards appearance at the team level, they actually kind of line up. They're very good in the half court. They're very good in transition. They have a pretty good balance. But as we start to look at Texas A&M and USC compared to some of the top teams from last year, you'll notice that Texas A&M actually shoots a lot of shots off of the pick and roll ball handler, and that is going to be reciprocated by the fact that they actually don't use the roller very much in that action. And so you'll notice that they're spending 22, almost a quarter of their offense using the pick and roll ball handler to get shots. Then spot up is going to be about another fifth of their offense. And then for the most of the rest of that, they're getting out in transition. They do those things fairly well. Now what they have not done well is perform in the post, through cuts, or off screens. And while their post players have definitely been solid from this year, they've struggled at times to make good decisions with interior passing as well as shot selection at times, kind of going away from the basket or maybe even under the rim. And when we look at their top 10 actions, and so these 10 play type actions actually represent 70% of their offense. So we start to get a picture of where they're getting offense. And so you'll see that Chennedy Carter is actually, between 3 of her actions, is making up 30% of the Texas A&M offense. And so it's clear that they really like to go to her in those actions. And then when we look at their overall offense, all of her actions actually make up almost an entire third of the Aggie offense. And so USC needs to figure out a way to maybe limit her touches and then also maybe get more into Shamria Washington, Aaliyah Wilson's hands, where Texas A&M is going to be less efficient. And this is no easy order because she has been unbelievable last year and this season. But here we're going to look at how she is using that 32% of Texas A&M's overall offense to score. And so about half her possessions are coming off the pick and roll ball handler and using the screen. But I first want to focus on the transition because even though she has been very good in transition, that gray is going to indicate that there are things that she has struggled with. And so as we dive into some of these possessions, I do want to point out, though, that she really is wanting to use her right hand. She has actually not shot a left-hand layup this year. And so even on sides of the floor in situations where you would normally see somebody use their left hand, she really wants to stick to that right. So it's just something to keep in mind that if you can kind of force her to shoot that layup with her left hand in any way, that's going to be something that she has been more uncomfortable with. She really does like the pull-up, and so in transition it's important that we don't overplay the drive because she's looking to shoot the dribble jump shot way more often than she is looking to actually get to the rim. And again, she doesn't have a propensity to get a lot of assists, and so you'll see that really she's dribbling coast to coast here and she's going to shoot this pull-up jumper rather than get into the offense. So if you can speed her up, you'll find that she will settle for shots that are not as good as the ones that Texas A&M could get otherwise. She's going to do a really good job of that as they sprint back into defense. She's running that left wing and they get back to the rim and play her far enough off that she feels comfortable shooting it, but close enough that they're still able to get a good contest. Again, Rice doing another job in transition of making her settle for that 17-foot jump shot. And while she does feel comfortable shooting it, it's definitely something that she's going to make it far less of a rate than getting to the rim or being able to shoot a 3 off a ball screen. For the rest of the time, though, I want to look at her ball screen specifically because it makes up such a majority of Texas A&M offense. And so we'll see here just as far as like where these are happening. The majority of these, 67%, are happening at the top of the key. So she really likes that high pick and roll. And we'll see for good reason. Her favorite action to do off this is actually just go one dribble, get a little bit of space, and shoot the 3, especially if the defender goes under. She really likes to come off either direction. They set them for in the horn set, and so she's going both ways, and she really likes to come off and shoot that 3. You'll see here that they even go right into it. They don't even necessarily run an action every time. They just go right off it, shooting the 3. She's very, very good at that. And so, but you'll see here that she'll also, if she doesn't have the 3, that she will come off it and kind of go downhill. But again, she's shooting that jump shot. She's more hesitant to get actually to the rim. So far this year, she's actually shot way more dribble pull-up jump shots than layups. And so again, though, on that high side, those percentages are going to show us that she's actually taking a dribble jump shot half of the time. Now, what's interesting is you see that she's a little bit less efficient on the right side, and that's actually going to come that when she is on the right side of the floor and she goes off the pick, she actually shoots a dribble jump shot 75% of the time, whereas on the left side, she's getting to the basket half the time. So she's way more likely to attack from the left side than the right, which is counterintuitive because of her hesitancy to use that left hand so far this season. Worth reiterating, though, that they're really not looking to use anything but her when they're setting ball screens for here. Here you'll see her come off and split the defenders and then settle for a mid-range jump shot despite having all the defenders focused on her. But when she is on the right side and she's going off that pick, you'll see here that coming to the middle with that left hand, she's not actually trying to get downhill again. She's taking 2 dribbles, shooting a contested step back 2, which, if you're guarding her, is the best. It's worth noting, though, that no matter where she's on the floor, she wants to shoot that jump shot. Seeing here, shooting the pull-up that's contested rather than kick it to her teammate after the help gets there. Out of all the pick and roll actions that she's been the handler for, she actually only has 2 assists to the roller out of those. And then you look at, she's had 5 turnovers. And so you see that in particular, she's looking to shoot and then pass a secondary, which kind of leads her to at times get out of control before trying to make the pass and then get the turnover. So as the defense, it definitely gives you some opportunity to either help more in the right situations and kind of be more flexible because she's really looking to shoot even if she has 1, 2, or even 3 people around her.